The two most difficult cities in China to repair subways are one with ghosts underground and the other with water underground. The first one is Xi'an. As is well known, there is Xi'an City above ground and Changming City underground. There are so many cultural relics in Xi'an that you can see the excavation site in the subway station. The speed of the construction team in building the subway in Xi'an depends entirely on the progress of the archaeological team. Several subway lines have been under construction for over a decade, which is quite explosive in the world. The main construction team turned pale with worry, and the archaeological team broke their leg. With just one shovel, you're like an old ancestor. Building a subway is harder than finding a Buddhist scripture in the West. The archaeological teams in other places say that we have excavated a Han tomb, but what Xi'an said is that we have excavated a group of Han tombs. Other cities use construction teams to build subways, while Xi'an uses archaeological teams. In other cities, shield tunneling machines are used for subway construction, while in Xi'an, small brushes are used. Xi'an Metro Line 2, 26.3 kilometers long, with 21 stations connecting 57 historical sites, has been under construction for 5 years and 174 tombs have been excavated. From the Western Han Dynasty to the Ming Dynasty, spanning 1800 years. Line 4 has been under construction for 6 years, and looking at Line 5, the ruins of abandoned hills have been excavated while digging. What's even more exciting is the Changming Road depot of Line 8, where 1356 tombs were excavated in one go. It's truly an ancient capital of 13 dynasties. There are more homeowners underground than on the ground, and it is estimated that the ancestors of different dynasties never expected it. In contemporary Xi'an, underground communities have become neighbors to each other. On the upper floor of a Han Dynasty ancestors building in Changming, there may be a Ming Dynasty new ancestor living there. The two-story residents do not interfere with each other, and the main focus is on harmonious coexistence. Some netizens joke that this subway is like visiting the doors in the rooms of our ancestors. Another netizen said that when I was interning, I always complained about the early closing of the subway in Roast, but now I suddenly understand that the subway disturbs people at night. But the most domineering one is the Xi'an Airport line, which is only 25 kilometers long but has been under construction for a full 9 years. It's because while repairing the subway, 9 imperial tombs were discovered. 1 shovel goes down, Han Gao Zulu Bang. 2 shovels go down. Oh, Han Jin Emperor Lu Qi, sorry to bother you. The 3rd shovel goes down, Han Wu Emperor Lu Che. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's not all. When Xi'an Xianyang Airport was expanded, more than 3,500 tombs of our ancestors and over 4,600 cultural relics from the Warring States period to the Ming and Qing dynasties were excavated. Even the ancient tomb school universities in Xi'an are not just famous. Xi'an University of Posts and Telecommunications excavated over 600 ancient tombs at once, and Xi'an University of Finance and Economics directly discovered the tomb of Empress Dowager Xia, the grandmother of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. When it comes to choosing the best university in the country, Northwest University of Political Science and Law is undoubtedly the best. It directly excavated the tomb of Zhang Tang, a famous jurist of the Western Han Dynasty, and dug up jurists in the law school. The majors selected by this university are quite appropriate. The density of ancient tombs in Xi'an is really high. Yesterday, the community lived well, and maybe tomorrow it will become a tomb view house, transforming into a guardian of the ancestors' tombs. Jinan is known as the Spring City with numerous springs like stars. There are 1,209 natural springs in the city, among which Baotou Spring and Black Tiger Spring are the most famous. Spring water is the soul of Jinan, integrated with the daily lives of its citizens. With a profound spring water culture, it has attracted numerous literati and scholars to praise it. Jinan attaches great importance to the protection of spring water, which endows the city with unique charm and innovative inspiration. The terrain of Jinan is high in the south and low in the north. Its southern mountainous area is lush with trees, abundant with water sources, and is a large area of limestone. The main component of limestone is calcium carbonate, which is easily dissolved under the action of water, forming a large number of caves and facilitating water flow. The spring water that gathers in the southern mountainous area flows smoothly all the way north. But when we arrived in Jinan city, we encountered a roadblock, magma rock. The magma rocks here are dense and intact, making it difficult for water to pass through them. So the spring water gritted its teeth and had to go all the way up, breaking through the ground and gushing out, creating the scenery of every family's spring water and 72 famous springs in Jinan. Unique in every corner of the world. Jinan, known as the City of Thousand Springs, has abundant springs like stars. Currently, there are 1,209 natural springs in the city, including 950 famous springs. It is truly the City of Thousand Springs, with a rare number of springs and gushing water in the world. There are mainly 5 major spring groups: Baotou Spring, Black Tiger Spring, Pearl Spring, Wellington Spring, and Bai Mai Spring, among which the 72 springs are the most well-known. Spring water is the root and soul of Jinan. The gurgling spring water nourishes the land of Quancheng and also nourishes the local customs and culture. For Jinan people, spring water has long been integrated into their lives, and it is closely related to Jinan and Jinan people's lives. The special trouble of repairing the subway in Jinan is mainly due to the underground water veins and spring water veins everywhere. After all, Jinan also has another name called Quancheng, which makes it very difficult to repair the subway in Jinan. When the construction team was repairing the subway, they accidentally opened up a river channel leading to an underground river. Moreover, some underground rivers may also have diversion situations, which can lead to safety accidents during the construction of the subway in Jinan. After all, even with the most advanced detection mechanisms, it is impossible to fully understand the complex underground waterways. Scientists once determined that it was completely impossible to build a subway in Jinan, and it would be better to find a way to replace the subway with light rail instead of building a subway here.